What up, YouTube? I was just looking at this guy, Sv3rige, I think, whatever. He's a disgusting person. So, I'm like watching some videos. There's a few of vegans kind of addressing him. Uh, he's clearly deranged. He has videos where he's talking about uh, how he thinks humans are naturally cannibals, how he was fantasizing about it. He eats raw meat. He went to the hospital because he sucked bone marrow out of a cow bone and it gave him a debilitating disease that lasted a month, and he's just really fucking disgusting. But what's worse is that the the amount of degeneracy in his comments section is appalling. I mean, these are people. There's open cannibals. There's people who just are worshiping the culture of suffering and blood and death, and it's disgusting. Frankly, I've never been more grossed out. Uh, Now, with that said, I've never wandered into the dark web, so I don't know what goes on there. But this is, I think that Sv3rige, his YouTube channel, is the closest thing to the dark web spilling out onto the open internet that I've ever seen. These people are foul. I mean, it's just, I can't even begin to describe. Where's the comment here? I mean, on this video, he's just basically saying that vegans are evil and anti-human, and it's like, there's this thing called projection, and it's something that people do when they're trying to um, put their psyche out onto other people. And the thing is that he's sick of, well, he hates, this is a person who genuinely hates humanity. He's trying to turn as many people psychopathic as he possibly can. That's what psychopaths do. And to maximize the amount of suffering and damage that they cause. And what's horrifying about it is that I think that this is a more successful kind of person at it. He has a YouTube channel and a following that's growing. It's foul. It's fucking foul. And this is exactly what I expected, though. This is exactly what I expected. It's the final battle, of course, uh, between vegans and non-vegans is going to be against psychopaths. I called it. I just made that video, and here it is. I mean, this is exactly it. It's basically the Sv3rige tribe. That's what we're going to be facing ultimately in the end, and it's this is they are degenerate. They are utterly degenerate. Um, I mean, there's kids on here talking about, oh, I'm trying to like sneak in uh, raw meat into my diet, but I'm hiding it from my parents and shit. And it's like, this is gross. This is really gross. And he's just trying to get everyone to basically subsist on raw meat, kefir, raw milk. I mean, and a lot of these people are in here, they're saying things like, oh, like, I got serious inflammation and digestion problems from doing this, but I know it's the right way to live. And it's just like, he is, I mean, literally, if he could get away with it, I am sure you can just see it in his eyes. He looks like fucking Hannibal Lecter. The dude is next level fucking crazy. He is a deranged psychopath. He's a sun gazer. Um, he is just everything wrong. I can't even. I don't even know what to say. Um, I mean, they're just. If I didn't see him uh, admitting his insanity, because it's really clear he's insane, and eating raw meat, on camera, and I, I would think he was a troll, but he's not. He's not a troll. He's a real thing, and they have a disdain for vegetarians. They have a disdain for. They hate vegans the most. They don't like vegetarians because they think that vegetarians are basically a lower form of them, and they just hate vegans because vegans are trying to. I mean, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I mean, Sv3rige. This is a man who enjoys cruelty. He's a man who enjoys. It's clear. It's never There's no one on YouTube that it's more obvious about. And the fact that he has a following now. Let's see how many. He gets lots of views. Um, he's just a sick person, and uh, I don't even know. I mean, the but that's what I was saying. It's in the end it will be vegans versus psychopaths, because they're just going to desperately cling on to and try to defend their right to harm and suffer and cause uh, carnage. They desperately have to have that, and that's the thing, is like, this is a man who would love for some type of apocalypse to happen so that he could get away with eating people. I can just see it in his face. I can see it in his behavior. He's admitted it basically on his videos. He's a degenerate, and his audience are degenerate. And these are the people that he attracts. He basically, this is an audience. It's the people who go onto like Vegan Gains channel and they get angry as fuck and super triggered because Vegan Gains is just telling about veganism, and then they're just like, I'm gonna eat a steak just because I hate you. What that it's those people, and then they go over to Sv3rige page and they're like, yeah, this guy, and they're rooting. They're just like, he is like, and it's like they don't even. A lot of them are naive, but I know the type. I know the type. I've been around this kind of guy. They wouldn't be saying that if they were alone in the forest with him, because he'd be trying to eat them. He doesn't give a fuck. He's a crazy, deranged psycho, and it's just it's disturbing to see this, to be honest.